Good afternoon. Hi friends, we have some Emory Dreambox updates. Please stay tuned to the entirety of this PowerPoint so that you can make sure that you have received all the Emory Dreambox updates for this week. Also at the end, there is a Google Doc that I will need you to submit, and that will be the confirmation that you have received the updates. Okay, let's get started. Alright guys, it's time to get started. I need everyone to log into your teacher dashboard. Step 1 that you're going to take is you will log in through MyKatieCloud. Step 2 that you will take is, if you haven't already logged on to MyKatieCloud, then if you go in the search button at the top, you can type in Dreambox. Then you'll click on the Dreambox icon. Make sure it's not the admin tile. It should be the Dreambox icon. Guys, it should automatically log you through at that time. From here, when you log in, it's going to look something like this. Okay, so you'll notice there's a teacher area up at the top, and I highlighted the area that says classes. Okay, you'll want to click on where down at the bottom where, for example, in Jenny Knight's class, it says 130-105-4 period 4 dash math. Okay, click on that long strand right there. When you do that, now it should look like this. Okay, you should have something that shows overview. Okay, from here, you're going to want to click the button to the far right that says roster. When you do, the very first thing that you're probably going to want to do is going to print student login cards. Okay? After you do that, remember that you can change the language of a student. Okay? So something else you might want to do in the dashboard, again, is changing the language of the student. So for example, Carson Knight right now is logged in under English, but if I wanted to change it to Spanish, I could. Now keep in mind that if you change the language, it's going to be both orally and then in 3rd through 5th, any written words as well. Okay, if students are logging on the computer, they will log in using MyKatieCloud. Guys, this is super, super important. They cannot log in using the generic Katie ISD password. If students are logging in on the iPad, they will click the Dreambox icon. There are 2 temporary steps that students will take from here that tech is working to get around, but I'll go ahead and tell you about those right now. So the first temporary step is they're going to ask students for a school code. Okay, you'll see our school code there at the bottom is 2TT4/SSAQ. Okay, that's just our school code for Dreambox. The second thing you're going to want them to do is there'll be a long list of classrooms. Okay, you're going to want to have them log in under your classroom name. So I snipped a shot of Caitlin Hansen's classes, and if her class, period 4, was the first class, then she would have her class. Click on that. Guys, you can find this in your overview when you're looking there, and then it's the same, you should recognize it because it's the same area that you click in when you log into TAC. Okay, so goals for the week of August 20th. Kinder. We're just going to focus on getting the kids logged on, and we're going to have them complete their first lesson. I'm going to be sending you more information separately outside of the screencast, okay? First and second, if you have computer lab this week, then go ahead and have them log on and complete a lesson there. In addition to that, in the classroom, I would direct teach this as a station. So let's aim for at least 2 lessons for every child this week as you are teaching this procedure. This goes perfectly along with setting up math workshop. 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, teach them the logging on procedures using the iPad, then try to have them complete at least 4 lessons for the first week. Think about it this way. Try to aim for 2 lessons during guided math. Let's test this out. Maybe this station is longer than the other stations if needed. We can talk more about that in planning tomorrow morning. If you taught this as a procedure on Monday and Tuesday, in 3rd, 4th, and 5th, you could even easily place this in your lesson plans during the Dr. Julie Jackson presentation on Wednesday. Again, that's if you've taught the procedures. Before having kids log on, you want to make sure that they know what they're going to see. So click on, when you're in your dashboard, click on Resources. Then you want to click on the area that says Welcome Kit for Teachers. Okay. From here, you'll have a little bit more information. I put the direct link that you guys can use in this. So it's the www.dreambox.com-K-8 math lessons. And what you'll do to simulate a lesson with your kids is you will click on the left-hand side, you'll click your grade level, and then you'll be able to play one of the activities. I'm envisioning that this is something you would do when you're calling all the kids down to the smartboard, and before you're getting ready to actually have the kids do this, you want to show them what will the lesson actually look like, okay? It's important. I would go ahead, while you're down there during this time, I would go ahead and remind students that after the first question, every student's question is going to look a little bit different, and that's okay. It's supposed to be that way, okay? So we just want students to know that that's, what they are supposed to look for. Also at this time, remind them about the help button. Remind them about using headphones for this, okay? All right. If you have technology issues, first, double check by going to the following link, okay? KDISD has created a help link for this. If, after all of that, you're still experiencing technology issues, please put in a help desk ticket and then put Dreambox in the subject line. I would also appreciate it if you would send me a follow-up email letting me know that you have submitted a help desk ticket about Dreambox, especially if this interferes with students getting a certain number of lessons requirement for the week, so that I will be aware that there is an issue, okay? But again, this is one of those things I'm expecting you guys to enter. So if you're having, if there's a particular student that's having an issue, go ahead and report it directly to help desk and then follow up with me as an email. Okay, things to remember. We want to encourage these habits for students. We want to try every problem, persist even when it's hard. We want to finish every lesson, okay? Instead of just logging out and going into another lesson, it's really important that they finish every lesson because they won't count unfinished lessons. We want to utilize the in-lesson support. So for example, the question mark that students can go to for help. It will highlight and give hints to students. We want to use the headphones with volume on. Guys, this is crucial because you cannot do Dreambox the way it's intended to be without listening to the oral directions. It's essential that students have that on for every component. Finally, we want to encourage students to work independently and not having others work for them. That's why at this time we're currently not opening this at-home parent portal at this time. We're going to come back and evaluate this after we've gotten going with this, but again at this time we're not opening the parent portal, so we will not be sending home any additional parent information or parent logon information at this time, okay? To recap, everyone starts this week August 20th. For this week, I need to make sure that everyone has gotten this information. Please click on the Google Form link below. It's the confirmation I need to know that you have received this information. Guys, usually I will probably not have us do a Google Form login, but for this week, I really need to know that everybody's gotten this information. So I'm asking pretty please for this one time. Please fill out the Google Form link so I know you've watched the video. Thank you.